Okay.
All right, so it's been almost an entire year since I got these bad boys, and these are not just sunglasses. These are probably one of the best tools I have for content creation. And you might be watching this video trying to figure out if you should buy these. And all I gotta say is if you have the money, just go out and buy them. You're gonna thank me later because these things are awesome. So I put out a review on these at the end of last year, so make sure to watch that because it covers a lot of the things I don't want to talk about in this video. So the setup and syncing with your phone and stuff like that. I just thought it was worth making this 1 year update because there's a lot of changes that have been made since I shot that video, and these have gotten so much better. First off, let's talk about Practicality because I can't even count the amount of times that I chose to use these over my phone. Have you ever missed the perfect moment, the perfect photo because you couldn't get your phone out quick enough? You're fumbling with apps, you're trying to open the camera and you can't get to it. Well, you don't really have to with these. You can literally just hit that, boom, you're taking a photo, boom, you're recording a video, and it's super quick, super easy to use. But obviously that's just for social media, but sometimes that's all you need it for. These glasses are all about capturing those authentic, natural, spontaneous moments, and that's what they're best at. Obviously they're stylish. No one really ever notices that you're wearing smart glasses. They look pretty much like a pair of Wayfarers, but they're a little bit thicker, so and they have cameras in them, so they kind of look a little bit different, but at first glance, not many people are going to notice them. And I've shot tons of videos with these for Instagram. I have reels that have over millions of views that were shot on these things, which is pretty crazy. And it's just because it's a unique perspective, like having both hands in front of you and being able to do what you're doing and have a camera recording that is something that you don't really see very often. So I want to talk about the updates because there's been a lot of firmware updates since these came out. There's been like at least 5 or 6 that I've noticed, but there's been 2 really big updates that made these really awesome I want to talk about. And the first one is the recording time. Now there used to be a max of 1-minute clips because they're designed for Instagram and Facebook stories and reels, but they've now updated them to actually record for 3 minutes, which is pretty dope. And maybe that's still not enough time for some of you guys out there, but come on, they're made for social media. They film vertically. And why would you need more than 3 minutes? And you also got to remember the batteries aren't huge. And so you need to keep that in mind when you are recording those 3-minute clips because it will drain the batteries a lot quicker. But if you have the charge case on you, it'll charge them up pretty quick. Now I use these a lot for recording behind the scenes on photo shoots or if I want to do longer Instagram stories. And having that extra time is pretty awesome. Now I was actually using them the other day to record some behind the scenes on how I shoot some top-down unboxings and the gear I'm using. And sometimes I forget that I'm even using these now that they can shoot 3 minutes because you'll hear that little chime when they stop recording. And speaking of chime, they actually have speakers in them and they have mics in them, which is pretty dope. I actually wear them a lot just as headphones and I use them to talk on calls when I'm out walking. And the mics in them are actually really good. Actually, I'll switch over here. So you now are hearing what it sounds like coming from the Meta Raybans. I think the mics are up near the nose bridge somewhere. And I think they actually have some noise cancellation as well because they do sound really clear, but it's not like bad processed noise cancellation. It sounds pretty good. I also want to bring up the fact that the image quality has gotten better as well, especially when it comes to the overall balance of the image. Even the HDR is so much better than when it originally came out. It's so much more consistent, and that's in photo and video. Over the year, these have become one of the most useful tools I own. And I basically never miss the moment now. And I feel like everyone has to kind of be a content creator in their job now. And these are amazing for that. Like I'm talking vlogs, street photography, POV on anything you're doing. If you're in the trades, doesn't matter what you're doing. These are going to be awesome for shooting content. The possibilities are pretty much endless. Come here. I want to show you something pretty awesome. So Motion Array just added a whole new section to the site, so you now have access to a bunch of different AI voices that you can use for your voiceovers in your next project.
So if you are a content creator and need to have a quick professional sounding voiceover, you now have access to that.
They've added a ton of different voices right out of the gate, and I'm sure you'll find a voice that suits the vibe you're looking for.
Motion Array is mainly known for video templates, plugins, and royalty-free music. But you'll now have access to the new AI voiceover feature in the Everything plan.
So let me show you how it works. Just scroll through the voices. They have a little description under each of the voices. You click on that and then it'll give you a little preview. Once you've found the ideal voice, select that and then type at the top in the text box what you want for your voiceover. Then just hit generate. This is going to generate your voiceover using the default voice. But if you want to tweak that, you can adjust the speed as well as the emotion. So you can change it to more of an optimistic or sad sounding voice depending on how you want it to be narrated. This is going to be pretty useful for a lot of content creators, and it's cool to see that this is now an option, especially if you already use Motion Array. And if you've never used Motion Array, you can check out the link in my description because you can try it out for free. And you can see how much stuff they have. They have music, they have templates, they have plugins, they have stock footage. They have tons of stuff, but let's get back to the video. So one other big feature that came out this year is all of the AI stuff. Now, when I made my review on this, they didn't have any of the AI stuff. All they had was, hey Meta, take a photo. It's actually taking a photo right now. And I know that the AI stuff is important to a lot of people. It's not so much to me, but this is going to add a whole new level of usefulness to these glasses for some people outside of them just being for content creation. So yeah, Meta AI is now integrated into these glasses, and it does use the cloud still. So it's connecting to your phone so that it can get data and then call back and use AI on servers off device. So it's not on device. If you were thinking it was, it's not. Hey Meta, look and tell me how many carbs are in this drink.
AHA sparkling water contains 0 carbs.
See, I didn't even show it the back. I showed it the front and it knew. Hey Meta, look. What kind of tree is this?
This appears to be a cottonwood tree, Populus trichocarpa.
Where do these typically grow?
Cottonwood trees typically grow in well-drained soil near rivers, streams, and lakes. They are native to North America, specifically the western United States and Canada.
That's crazy because the lake is right there. Hey Meta, what am I looking at right now?
You are looking at a tripod with some equipment on it, possibly for photography or videography. There is grass and trees in the background, along with what appears to be water and buildings further away.
Hey Meta, look and tell me what kind of boats those are.
Those are sailboats. They appear to be small, recreational vessels with a single mast and sails.
I can see how this could be the future moving forward to integrate with our everyday lives. So I've traveled so much this year with these on. I've had them basically almost in every type of weather scenario. I had them in the Azores. I was hiking in the rain for 3 days. They were soaked. I had no issues with them. The only thing I noticed is that when the rain was hitting the little side arm, the touch bar area, it was starting to act weird as if I was actually touching it when I wasn't, so it was getting a little glitchy. But other than that, it really wasn't because there was water getting into them. Now, if you're still on the fence, I get it. They're kind of expensive. I was too, but after 365 days of using these things almost daily, I can confidently say they're solid. They're a really good investment for content creation, and anyone who loves capturing life on the go, obviously they're stylish, they look good, they work well, and now they have all the Meta AI stuff in them. They're super useful. They got way better, and that's not something you usually say about something, that it gets way better. And as for the battery life, it kind of depends on what you're doing. I haven't really noticed any degradation in my battery. I'm still getting about 3 to 4 hours with it, and that's just depending on how long you use it if you're recording a lot. Now, obviously that dips if you're transferring files. And I also notice if you use them in cold weather, the battery dips fast too. But if you keep the charge case on you, you can charge it like 5 to 6 times. It only takes like 25 minutes to charge the glasses up. So you pretty much be able to shoot with them all day if you need that. They've also launched a bunch of different colorways and styles. When this originally came out, I got mine in extra large, which you can't even get anymore. You can only get large. But now they have 2 other styles as well. So they have the Wayfarer, the Headliner, and Skylar. They have transparent frames. They have colors frames. They have transitions. They have different colored tints. It's pretty cool. So I don't think they're going to get updated anytime soon because they keep coming out with new stuff. So you should be pretty safe and not have to worry about it like a 3rd gen coming out anytime soon. Well, I don't know. Don't at me if they do. All right, so should you buy the Meta Ray-Ban glasses? And I think that you should. If you don't have the money for it, don't do it. But I think they're great, and I've influenced so many people to buy these things that have seen them in person. And hopefully I influenced you today because I really love these things. They're one of my favorite pieces of tech that I have. And if you're thinking about buying these, I'll have links in the description where you can find them. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down twice. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. They are so scratched up and dirty, but I don't care.